Good morning, everybody. Happy hump day. Hope y'all are doing well. That's Jack still wants some cookies. I only brought three this morning, and he's already had the third one, so he's confused, thinking he's still going to get something. Let's see who we got hanging out with us today. We got Mr. Darren Birds. Good morning, everyone. Happy hump day. Thumbs up. Thank you. Appreciate the thumbs up, guys. John Howard's here this morning. Good morning, John. Says he's stuck in traffic. All right. Don't know what to say about that. Larry Galt says, good morning, everyone. Rain this morning, then cooler temps. Dave, sending you some rain. Should be there tomorrow morning. You're welcome. Yeah, thanks a lot, Larry. I don't really care. Uh, I can still be right over here playing in the rain. I don't care. Jack doesn't like it because then he has to either stay in the house or stay in here. He likes to hang out on the porch. Hey, listen, buddy. We're trying to do a coffee sessions here. You need to chill out. Monroe Cook's here. Good morning, Monroe. I went too far. Let's see. Dennis Nolan. Happy hump day. Here's birthday boy. Everybody, please join me in wishing Gary Hammett a very happy birthday. Saw on Facebook it's his birthday today. I won't say how old, but happy birthday, Gary. Paul Stewart, good morning, sir. Thumbs up to you. Clyde CNC's here. Good morning, Clyde. Good to see you on here. Look who's here. Bob Sims from Scotland. Hot diggity. How you doing, Bob? Hope you've been doing well. I've been following the, I watched that doctor guy that's on YouTube that's in the UK, and he's always talking about the COVID cases and all that. So stay safe over there, my friend. Looks like y'all are having an increase in that stuff. Kevin Ells, good morning, sir. William Hoffman says, good morning, David. Everyone had our first light frost last night. Well, I'll be. Jim Bashir says, hi. Hey, listening in the background here. Thank you, Jim. Appreciate you coming by. Always good to see you in the chat. Let's see. Ryan Ballard is here. Good morning, sir. Ryan's got a new little venture thing going too. I saw on Facebook. Doing some Christmas light things or something. That sounds pretty cool. Spreading the season's joy or something. Something like that. Ronald Cool, good morning, sir. Alrighty, I think we're about caught up on the comments. Big news, as you know, or probably know, the Atlanta Braves got off to a good start in Houston last night. Won 6-2. I watched a little bit of the game, just the beginning. I don't know, first couple of innings, I guess. And I might have watched more than that. I might have watched the first 2.5 innings because I saw when the Braves pitcher. I don't know what's up with these guys. Aren't they supposed to be in good shape and stuff? But he injured himself doing his job, basically. He threw a pitch and something happened, and I don't know, he stepped wrong or something, and now he's out for the rest of the thing, I guess. I don't understand it. How come these guys, I don't think you'd have heard that back 30, 40, 50 years ago. Pitcher throwing a pitch and hurting himself, but what do I know? Anyway, I thought that was odd, but yeah, kind of cool. The first batter up for the Braves knocked one out of the park, I think, on about the third pitch or something. So it was all downhill for the Braves, or uphill for the Astros, I guess, after that. But I guess they're playing again tonight in Houston. Um, they worried me on the local news, because they're all excited and stuff, and they're already talking about, oh, the Braves going to come back and be 2-0, and I'm thinking, you just won one. Now you better just calm down. They still got to play the game. Uh, oh, okay. Well, I must have missed that. Gary says he got hit by a batted ball the inning before. All right, I must have blinked on that one then, because I don't remember seeing that. But that would explain it then, I guess. But all I saw was him throw a pitch, and I think he actually threw a strike, struck a guy out, and the next thing you know, he's kind of hobbling off the field, and I'm like, oh, what the heck happened here? But anyway, I guess he's going to be. I haven't been following the Braves or any other team for that matter, so I don't really know who the players are and all that kind of stuff. But from what I've read about this guy, he's going to be missed. Because I guess he was a big part of them getting to the World Series. But anyway, they spoke highly of the guy that's going to be on the mound tonight. So, excuse me. Hopefully they can pull out another one. But like I said, I don't talk about it too much till they play the game. Some of those news folks, they're on there acting like they already got it in the bag. I'm like, yeah, they won one game. Calm down. That's why they play 7 games. But anyway, and I know a lot of folks probably aren't happy that. Oh, I know a lot of folks aren't happy that Atlanta even made it to the World Series because all the woke folks wanted to get the. Well, they did get the All-Star game moved from. And what's funny is I think, if I remember correctly, they moved it from here to Denver. And the whole purpose was they didn't like the law that was passed to, because we want to make people legit when they vote. So the woke folks didn't like that, and then they moved it to, I think it was Denver, to a state that has even less early voting days than what this new law did. So I never I never understood that, but I think it's hilarious that it backfired on them because now the Braves made it to the World Series, and they said that of course the games that they play here in Atlanta. I saw a thing where they said a conservative estimate was for every night that the Braves play in Atlanta, it should be about an $8 million boost to the local economy. So, it's more than going to make up for the loss of that silly All-Star game. So, yeah, pretty. That's the only thing I'm really happy about, because like I said, I'm not a big Braves fan. Now that they're in it, yeah, of course I'll hope they win and stuff like that. Although, I won't lose any sleep if they don't. But it's just funny to me that they made it to the World Series. And I know all the woke folks are going, well, I hope they lose in 4 straight. But now that won't happen. But let's see, George Rothfuss is here. Good morning, George. Says, looked at the temp here at 5 a.m. It's 31 now, 40. Oh, 31 now, 41 in southeast Michigan. Getting on up there then. Ryan says, kind of funny how they pulled the All-Star game from Atlanta, but now have to have the series there. Yeah, I know they got to hate it. And I bet you that woke, at least one of those woke, because one of the woke companies was Coca-Cola, which is based here in Atlanta. And I bet you they'll be happy to sell a few Cokes at that ball game. Although I don't know if they're allowed to sell there. I guess they are. I don't know. I haven't followed up on that. But if it's me, I'd be buying Pepsi. But yeah, they're not happy really about either place, Ryan, because Texas is not a real cheater state like some of the others. Anyway, we'll see how all that comes out. Let's see what else I got to talk about today. I don't haven't turned anything new. If you look, you can see probably that's the same thing that was on there yesterday. It might look a wee bit shinier than it did yesterday because I've been spraying some lacquer, and I did the same thing yesterday that I always do, and I don't know why I do it. I know better, but when you spray lacquer, you're supposed to just just psh, 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 and then quit. But no, I always overspray it, and then yesterday evening I sprayed the first coat and waited. Came in, it felt dry. And then I sprayed the second one. And I'm like, I probably put too much on there. And sure enough, it stayed sticky all night. So I just had to leave it set overnight. But I felt it this morning. It's finally dried, I think. So, but you're supposed to just spray it on lightly and quit. But for some reason, I always want to just keep going. But you can't do that. So anyway, I'll get that. Hopefully get that finished up because I hadn't parted it off yet. I'm waiting to get it all lacquered up good and try to get it smooth and shiny, and then I'll part it off and then do the bottom and start getting something else. I think I'm going to I brought my chainsaw, my little what did I say that thing was? Home Light, I think. My little electric chainsaw. I brought it around here the other day, and I think I'm going to stretch a cord out over, because right out over here, probably about, 30 feet or so, I have my huge pile of eastern red cedar that my neighbor gave me years ago. And I hope it's okay. I'm pretty sure it's going to be all right because it's stacked up, like this tall. And before we stacked it down there, I took some pressure treated, what do they call those things? Landscaping posts, the things that aren't square but aren't round. Landscaping. I guess that's what they're landscaping something rather. Anyway, so I laid some of those down, and all of it's setting on there. And I've had it mostly covered. The tarp keeps blowing off and ripping and stuff, but I think I'm going to drag the chainsaw over there and start cutting a few of those up into bowl-sized blanks and get ready to do some of that. Timber, yeah. Landscaping ties. Thank you, Paul. That's what I knew there was something, because that's the way they do. They put them down and kind of do it like a log cabin thing where you overlap them. They use them a lot for, like a retaining wall type thing. or to terrace something. But yeah, so they're stacked on that, and I think it's going to be pretty good because I've looked at it close here recently, and like I said, the stuff's been over there for years. And on the ends, there's a few cracks and things, but it's cedar, so I don't think there's going to be any bug damage and stuff. We'll see. Landscape Timbers. Thank you, Bill Hoffman. I'm just not too sharp in the morning if y'all haven't figured that out. Even with my second cup of coffee. That's where I forget all kinds of things. But let's see, what else we got going on today? Trash day was today. Jack was pretty excited about that. He was barking at the trash guy. Man, it came early. It was like 20 after 6. He was, Jack was letting him know he was up. So silly. Put my one little bag of trash in there. Wheeled it up there last night. I went to take trash. I thought, well, today's trash day. Let me go put it up there. And then I thought, well, let me empty my thing. It's almost full. Tied up the bag, went carried out there, and raised the thing up, put it in there. That's the only bag that was in there. It was the one I just put in there. So don't generate a whole lot of trash with just me and Jack. But I'm gonna stick it out there because I pay. I still have to pay the bill, so they come by here every time. See, really, if me and my neighbors, my two neighbors that live in if we were smart, we'd all say, okay, you pay it on the bill on January, you pay it on February, and you pay it on March, and then you start over in April, and we just all do one and just put everybody's thing in one because my other neighbor Norma, she probably doesn't have. A lot of times she doesn't even put hers out. So I know she's like me. She don't have a full one. And then my other neighbor over here, he lives kind of by himself, but his daughter's over there quite a bit. So I don't know. They may generate some trash. I don't know. But he has a different trash thing, which is stupid. We have like about probably and there's only 4 or 5 houses on the street, but I bet you there's 3 different. I know because he has one that comes on Monday. Me and my other neighbor, and let's see, I think there's 3 or 4 of us that have the same company, so they come on Wednesday, and then there's another one that comes. I think they come on Wednesday too, but it's not. They come later in the day. So you got all these big trash trucks coming down here, and then they have trouble getting turned around in the cul-de-sac sometimes. So, but anyway. So let's see. Nothing else to really report. I guess not that it'll make any difference, but I guess your favorite. What shall I call him? I can't even think of something nice to call him. But your favorite guy, Fauci, he's in a little trouble. I guess there's some people are calling on him to be fired and stuff now. And what's weird is, it's bad enough that he's lied to us for the past 2 years. But I guess now it's got out, and I hadn't even really dug into it, but I guess now they've been testing stuff on puppies. So PETA's getting all, which they should. Yeah. But I'm just saying, is that what it took? It took him messing with puppies before somebody's finally calling for him to be fired, Forget about lying to us and funding the China virus and stuff for the past 2 years. But don't you mess with no puppies. We want you fired now. I don't know. Probably nothing will happen to that. It's just, you think about some of these things. I was thinking about something the other day, and when I thought of it, I thought, whatever happened to that? You remember when they had shortly after the so-called election, that they had the bomb go off there in Nashville? Whatever happened about that? They just really, well, he was a lone bomber. He built the bomb. He stuck it in his camper and drove it and parked it there, blew it up, blew himself up. And then it wasn't a terrorist act. And that was it. Nothing else after that. Not a thing. Not a dadgum thing. And then, of course, I could go on. We got Hillary's emails and Hunter Biden laptop, all this stuff, man. And it's just swept under the rug. Amazing. God forbid if it was me or you done some of that stuff. Crazy. All right, George got a question here or something. Let's see what he's up to. I'm putting my CNC table frame together. Have a leg on each corner. I'm going to assume you mean corner. The table is 48 by 48, but I am thinking of one more leg in the middle of the outside stretcher. Is that needed? Probably not, but if it makes you feel better to put it there, a middle leg's not going to hurt nothing. I'm just, and I'm not trying to be a smart ass, at least not too much. But I see so many people and I don't know. It just seems like so many people build these things where you could set a car on top of them, And if you want to spend the money for lumber and, do it, I don't care what you do. But the reason it's designed the way it is, because I know it'll work the way it is. Of course, it's designed to be more of a bench top type thing where you're basically building a table, but it's just got little short legs and you can pick it up, you can move it around easily because you get, probably your wife or something on the other side and pick it up, move it from place to place. But, other people, it seems like almost everybody else incorporates a big table with big long legs and casters and cabinets and all of that stuff. I mean, that's okay. It's the design lends itself to where you can do that if you want, but it's still, I have to, kind of grin sometimes when I see people doing stuff, because I'm like, man, they just take this little simple design and it's like, spend so much more money on it than, because really my whole thing has always been, and those of you who've known me for a really long time, and I'm talking, 10 years or so, know that that's always been my thing. Because when I would do a video, I'd always get some jerk that would leave a comment and go, oh, well, that's easy for you to do. You got a CNC. So my whole thing has always been to show people that having a CNC, you don't have to be a rocket scientist to build one of these things. Just keep it simple. They're just a simple machine, really, when you think about it. There's, people make it harder. They want to add all the bells and whistles, and most of them want to add the bells and whistles before they even know how to turn the thing on and run a simple program, which, what are you going to do? But that's just my thoughts. But yeah, anyway, back to your original thing. Put 2 or 3 middle legs in there if you want to. Doesn't matter. But just, there's not that much weight on the machine. It's not, as long as it's not built so flimsy. I mean, you think about what you're going to set on there. You're going to put a piece of wood on there to cut it, or maybe a piece of plywood or something. Does it weigh that much? Does it really need to, have all that extra support? No. But if you want to stick it on there, don't matter to me. Don't matter to me. Larry says liberals always get a pass. It seems that way, doesn't it? Seems that way. Although I see kind of a slight, what the tide's turning or something. I don't know what you want to call it, but people are starting to say, you know what, this is enough. We're going to start pushing back. This is stupid. And it's about damn time, I think, because to me, I've said for a long time that's enough. You can't give them an inch because then they want a mile. So they keep trying to shove their different beliefs and things down our throats, which not gonna work for everybody. But anyhow. Man, I'm looking at my mouse. It is dusty. This whole thing is just filthy from the dust that little machine back there generates. And you would think it's all chips, but sometimes it's, and especially when you're sanding too, it's dust. And it floats around everywhere. I've really enjoyed I said once before, I think, when I was talking about this, that I hadn't really decided whether I like it or not. I've had to adjust. I found out one thing. There's a metal piece right here that kind of pinches your nose. And I noticed, I thought, dang, I got to pull this thing off. I can't even breathe. And then I realized that metal piece was folded over flat. So it was like pinching my nose closed. And I'm like, no wonder I can't breathe. But yeah, this thing has come in pretty handy, helping my lungs stay a little bit cleaner anyway. Well, I think my time is just about up here. I'm going to have some company today. Don't get excited. It's nothing important, but they're coming to do their biannual maintenance check on my heating system. I had to have my whole AC heat, the furnace, the evaporator coils, the whole 9 yards. Had to have all that replaced a few years ago. And because that was such an expensive purchase, they talked me into, you pay a little thing once a year, and then they come out in the spring and they check to make sure check your air conditioner and make sure you got Freon and there's no leaks and all that good stuff. Make sure it's working properly. And then in the fall, they come out again and do the same thing, check the heater and whatever else they do up there. Mine's up in the attic, so they get up there and do something. I don't know. But anyway, it's working good. Hopefully it'll last till I kick the bucket anyway. It should. Because the other one that they replaced, it was the original one with the house. So it was, gosh, I don't know, 25 years old or something like that when it finally went out. Anyway, I'm going to get out of here. I know you guys got things to do. I got some things to do. And we'll get busy doing them. All righty, everybody have a good hump day. If you're not doing nothing tomorrow, you can grab you a cup of coffee and come back here. And tomorrow will be number 420. So come on back here and make sure y'all hit the thumbs up on the way out. Now I see we got a couple of slackers over there today. But anyway, hit the thumbs up on the way out. And I will see y'all tomorrow. Everybody have a good one. Happy birthday, Gary.